Doesn't matter.
All
Well
right.
then, grudge match underway. Grifal versus GG Ice. Rematch from Judgment 7, I believe.
The most hated of each other's lifestyles.
I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure Gigi Ice actually killed Grifel's mom, and now Grifel has nothing to do but hunt and destroy him.
So Grifal is Vayne then?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. I think Grifal plays ranged AD. We saw him play Ezreal in Dyrus' recent Singed commentary, after all. He rolled the enemy bot lane, rolled Mochi Ball Sona, just rolled it! Well, I think he did anyway. I was paying more attention to Dyrus trolling around and doing Singed things like killing wolves at level 1 and going to mess around with Mundo at level 2. Hmm.
All right, so bans are going down. Alistar, Ahri, Malphite, and Aurelia.
Yeah, I'm not sure if these are targeted, honestly. I guess we could start looking at their profiles. I do know Intimate Bedtime is a sub. So just looking at his match history is full of ranged AD. So he's probably going to play ranged AD for these guys. Checking over... Oh, blue team has banned Shen. Well, pretty expected, I guess. So, oh, okay. I see. Grifel's match history, custom game, 12-3 with Aurelia. I guess they were eavesdropping on the stream. Oh, he also went 12-1-0 with Aurelia in some normal game earlier. I guess Grifel might go top this game. And last ban is Ribbon. Oh, Grifel picking up Ezreal. Might swap it to Intimate Bedtime, but I like Ezreal. Ezreal's my favorite ranged AD. He's got Ignite Flash, so maybe he's trying to tell the stream, hey, Grifel's gonna play Ezreal. GGI says, yeah, well, I'm Graves. Ezreal can beat Graves, but I don't care. We're going Graves, Taric, Armored Midi.
OP.
Mm-hmm. Taric is actually OP, apparently. He's the most popular champion in solo queue right now, and I know for a fact I got bodied by a Taric really badly in bot lane. They both had Ignite Flash, and Taric started with 22 AP.
Oh wow!
And I was Blitzcrank, right? Or Blitzcrank Corki. I would land hooks, and of course they would get away because Taric would stun one of us, and Ezreal would jump away after. I got a nice clean grab on Ezreal at level 1. Corki ignited him. Ezreal walked away and lived with 100 health after flashing. And we lost lane from there. I went 0-7-0. Taric's so good.
Taric is incredibly good these days.
Well, Soraka and Janna got nerfed, and the tanky supports have been fairly untouched lately. So all the more reason to play the manly man Taric, who is as outrageous as the gems.
Truly.
Okay. So now we have Janna and Nocturne picked up. Not sure why you'd combo Janna with Ezreal, really. I think there's better. I think Ezreal does well with an aggressive support, but it's pretty hard to be aggressive versus Taric. And Graves. Especially Taric plus Graves. So, makes sense, I guess. I don't know if Janna will be able to repel the power of Taric and Graves effectively. It might just be a late game decision, though. Janna is probably one of the best late game supports because she has knockups that can hit an entire team.
Well, I mean, this has been something that's been said forever, and I still most of the time completely agree. I mean, if you want to win a game, always play Janna.
Yeah, I remember that video.
like it just Janna, and it might not be able to repel, but the fact that it'll be able to disrupt with that knockup early game, and if Janna is able to hold it together and really drop those shields on her teammates when she needs to, she should be able to hold this pretty solid.
Wait a minute. Genosuke. That name looks familiar. I thought I played with him earlier, but it says he's 1300. Let me look at his match history, actually. See if I recognize anything. Custom games, normal games. Why would I be playing with a 1300? Well, he wasn't playing ranked, though. So, Custom game on the Proving Grounds? No. Custom game on... Let me go check my LoL replay, actually.
Are you really hunting somebody down?
Yeah. I think I had a chance encounter with this guy. Oh no, I just saw him before in Judgment, that's where. The only result was a judgment match, which I already recorded and already casted. So, anyway, ooh, it's Zyra! Got a brand new champion in competitive play. Ooh, I can't wait, I can't wait.
No, it's gonna be fun. I've actually ran into Zyro the first time today, as most people have that probably just started playing, and didn't have every single day of their life off to just sit around and play. And she's interesting. She's incredibly interesting, but I don't know if I like her yet.
She seems pretty good. She has like decent bursts, cool crowd control too, and it's funny how people keep dying to her passive. Everyone forgets about it.
Yeah, no, I was having this talk about the passive earlier, and I don't like her passive, while devastating on contact. They've already done the post death passive, and I think Cogboss just does it better because of the pool of death versus the straight line.
Well, it has pretty good range though, and it pierces. Doesn't lose any damage at all. I think the range is a little better. Imagine if Heimerdinger had that passive. It's the same idea. You know, you'd wait around your turrets and kite them around and get your turrets to kill them. And if you barely die right before your turrets would finish them off, it's kind of a lousy feeling. So I think Zyra got lucky with a passive like that myself. Maybe not always useful, but if you think of it in terms of team fight context, where it's like, oh no, Zyra's really fed and her plants are going to eat us alive, go focus her. Well, I think her passive scales on AP as well, doesn't it? So it's sort of punishment for focusing Zyra and trying to prevent the plants from doing a whole bunch of damage.
Okay. I've also seen a lot of bot lane Zyra today as well. A lot of
Yeah, I
people
saw
saying
that earlier last night.
they like her. They like her CC on nice little kill lanes, especially with Graves and stuff like that. It's been kind of interesting.
It's more of a having free ward every 30 seconds. You just put a
That's
T in the bush.
also.
Well, let's see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can interview Mochi Balls. We were waiting for GG Ice's game to start. Care for a quick interview? As in 130 left on spectator delay L0L. No! Then I forced this question upon you anyway. Anyway. Why goes Sorks Kages versus Annie? Health versus burst casters not needed anymore. Yeah, this is a little bit of beacon, but I'm pretty bird-like, so I want a beak. You want to interview best player NA? I'm right here.
Ooh,
Endless
your
integrity.
integrity.
Oh, the integrity, yes. Well, I was so behind already. Might as well get a GP5.
That's what I was saying. I told you that was his
Hmm.
plan.
Yeah, that's part of the logic, I see.
Called it.
Okay, but why Sorks instead of Adorans? Endless integrity. That's stupid. No wonder Elo dropping. Yeah, the guy who called it. GP10s do not make you win a losing lane. But at least they are ball. Oh, I gotta get this in alt caps in a really exaggerated way. At least they are ballin'. Okay. Whoa. Gotta watch those tiny grains of rice there. Anyway, spectator delays run out, and now we get the super exciting part where we watch them load. Hopefully, Mochi Balls will tune in, just so he can beak us more in the stream. I make it rain with gold when I buy GP5. Well said, Mochi Balls.
I believe that is in fact a fact.
Very factual. It's actual. It's factual. And anyway.
If you say satisfactual, I'm gonna cut you.
Oh.
I'm gonna use all my blackness to jump through the internet and cut you.
Uh-oh. But I don't even know the actual song. I just know the one YouTube poop called Everything is Actual. No, Everything is Satisfactual. And
Yeah.
it's just like a crazy, messed up, distorted ear rape version of the song. It's awesome.
I don't know what's going on with my computer now.
I don't know either. So, look at these summoners. Look at all these tryhards with Flash. Except Grifal on the Vandal Vladimir. Oh yeah.
He doesn't believe in Flash.
It's
Flash
Ghost
is
Heal, like AP mid Soraka. Speaking of, who do you think is going to go mid, Vladimir or Kennen? People seem to think Vladimir mid is out of style, and he should just go top every time. Although,
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot, but honestly, I really do like Vladimir Mid. That just his ability to just stay there forever.
okay, that's kind of a novelty though. Part of the merit of AP mid is that it's equidistant from either of the other lanes, so if you get a lead, you can go gank and bring the most powerful early mid-game member of your team to a gank. And so what Vladimir will do in a gank is, well, not much. His damage is not notoriously high. He's hard to kill, but um, you might like be able to tower dive or like ult
Yeah,
somewhere, but
but the thing about Vlad is like putting him in mid. It's kind of trying to hold that back, getting that early game edge, because you're against a mid that like if you leave, he's going to just keep pushing forward. You can't, and because he can sustain for so long, it's an entire team of everybody having potions, as they should on both sides. I was just looking at the items that were just built, and I'm really proud of all of them.
oh yeah, nice shoes. That would make what's his name, Ferdinand Marcos pretty happy.
Wow.
Second time Zyra plus second time Morg, first time Graves. Aw, that's so cute. It's like I'm really watching solo queue, which, well, Judgment is kind of like solo queue. You know, you kind of have this ragtag band of mercenaries who's trying to come together and win a tournament. It's just sometimes you get to practice.
Sometimes.
Okay, so we can read the tooltips for everybody's well, for Zyra's moves, most importantly. So a friend just whispered me and reminded me that Rise of the Thorns, Zyra's passive, deals 99 plus 25 times level true damage. It does not scale on AP, which makes sense because, you know, it's not Feast. It's not going to be scaling true damage. That'd be a little bit ridiculous for a passive. Okay, yeah, you can see how Vlad's positioned here. He's max distance to get his fourth potion. So, yeah, it is going to be Vlad going top. Kennen can go mid or top as well. And either of them will be fighting against Morgana because they don't use mana. They'll be able to contend with Morgana's obnoxious constant pushing of mid lane. Meanwhile, I see some interesting jungling here. Nocturne did not start by doing the wolves.
No, he is waiting and getting blue first.
He's waiting for Grifal to leash it. Leash accomplished. He's also going cloth against the Skarner, which is a little bit weird. Skarner's kind of a hybrid. And if you do duel him, actually you wouldn't want boots, because if he catches you, you're kind of done for anyway with Crystal Slash. I also learned a cool trick about Crystal Slash, is you should use it on minions as you're ganking, as you run through the lane, because if Crystal Slash hits something, it becomes charged. So you can hit minions with it, and then when you queue the person you're trying to gank, they get slowed. Yay. Okay, so it looks like there's some action in bot lane already. Janna putting shields on Ezreal as they exchange fire with Graves. And lots of farming going on there too, I think. Ezreal already got the staggering 50% creep score lead. I would also point out Ezreal skilled Essence Flux first. I've never seen that.
Oh, really? I've been seeing that. I've been seeing that here and there actually quite a bit now. Just to get kind of be able to whoopily whoop through an entire lane and still try to get that hit through minions.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Skarner with the unexpected, level 3 gank. How is he level 3 already? Well,
Skarner gives nothing. Oh, he went through. He cleared his camps quickly, being Skarner, and then just ran through for that gank. But being the fact that he didn't have red, couldn't hold Vladimir anywhere.
yeah, that's true. He got
Even
away
if we
with
caught
Penguin
him.
Pool. So good job, Grifal. It's also top lane Morgana, which is a little odd, but whatever. We're still having our Vladimir Morgana matchup. And what's also interesting is we might actually have a double Woda team on both teams. Ooh, nice snare by Zyra there.
Yes.
So I'm keeping the camera focused on top. Skarner went and got red and has persistently returned to top lane, trying to gank this Vladimir that doesn't have flash.
Yep, and
So,
now he's coming in with that red. The Skangling Pool, not going to care about it as much. Morgana going to try to grab that Dark Binding. Oh!
oh
And
no, it
got
did
it!
land! Nice lag. So he's busting Ghost and Heal. He's booking it, but Skarner
Oh, wait.
flashes and Ignite wore off. He made it out. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Nice one,
And did!
Grifal.
And did! We finally getting first blood dropping down Zyra. Zyra turning the gank around.
Whoa, that's actually pretty awesome. I'm gonna rewind for that. So this is, yeah, Nocturne is directly behind Zyra here. Gets the Ignite down on Kennen, but, oh, those plants do so much damage, and, well, they're not doing enough to Nocturne, though, so she's going to flash away. Well played. Okay, so, yep, still a 1-0 game. Purple taking the early gold lead. It's not even 1,000 yet, but first blood is 400 gold. It's a lot of money. Also, Kennen lost his flash for that. It looks like he threw out Ignite, and I think they were trying to kill each other, or maybe Kennen was hoping to get a kill as he died, but it was
Well,
not
with
to
that
be.
Nocturne right there trying to help him, you'd expect something to have happened. Or somebody... Oh, excuse me, little baby on there. He was expecting to come out that smelling like a rose and getting first blood, but Zyra just simply denied him his freedom.
I'm zooming in on Zyra. She probably doesn't smell like roses. I don't. I don't know. I'm not seeing the connection though. Maybe Kennen smells like daisies because he's pushing them up. Oh ho 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 ho.
And now I have to go harm somebody you love. Oh, up top we have Skarner back in position for this gank. Going for it, round 2.
How mean of them camping the 2K elo player.
Boop!
Oh,
Here we go.
binding.
Skarner coming out.
Skarner in there. Well, Vlad shook off that binding pretty quick. I wonder if he has 21 points in defense. Yeah, 6.25% cooldown reduction. That is a dead giveaway that he's spec'd up as far as Enlightenment. So it looks like he's 921-0 for Masteries. Nocturne coming up for the counter gank, following him on the Dust Trail. Come on, Nocturne, one more hit, one more hit. He's going to throw
the fist
Dustbringer.
out.
It hits. Takes the red buff. Very nice.
That'll be exactly what they want to do with that.
Yeah, refresh red buff, give it to Nocturne, who wants to go around being the melee assassin. One of those assassins that turns into a bruiser that I was talking about, actually.
Yes, completely. His ultimate letting him jump right into the middle of it. And actually his ultimate making him an incredibly good bruiser because he doesn't even have to walk through the front line.
Mm-hmm. The Supreme Gap Closer. So Purple is pinging bot lane. Not sure why. Or maybe it's just a request for Graves to ward the brush. Ezreal now maxing Essence Flux, actually. I've seen that before. I was just surprised by taking it at level 1. A bit of an odd choice versus Graves, too, I would think, since Graves is not... He's more of an AD caster early on with Buckshot. So, although he does have an attack speed steroid on Quick Draw as well, so... I guess lowering his attack speed would be beneficial. I think it'd be more... most beneficial versus the likes of, say, Kog'Maw or Tristana. No, not Tristana. What? I don't play enough bot lane to think of this way. You know, what's an AD that completely relies on attack speed for everything? You know, not even Vayne because she has a swing reset with Tumble. Oh, Vayne would kind of be a good example. Anyway, so Zyra has just received blue buff. And Nocturne is going to take blue buff for himself, seeing as his solo laners do not use mana. And a Nocturne with a blue buff can just power through the jungle really fast by Dustbringering everything all the time forever.
And ever, you've led my heart and I'll always love you. Oh, and Zyra just getting mad at Kennen, saying, no, your opinions are invalid.
Nice burst there, Zyra. Real nice. It's Poison Ivy Dinger. You gotta watch out for that, Kennen. He killed the plant pretty quickly. It still took a lot of damage. Ooh,
Whoa, down in bot lane, there's a complete ult whiff from Graves as he's trying to escape the onslaught that was Janna and Ezreal.
My settings are weird, he says. First time Graves, remember? I kind of don't think Graves would be a counterpick to Ezreal. Ooh, Morgana gets a Dark Binding on Vlad, and he just shrugs it off. Even though he only has 42 magic resist, it seems to be more than enough. Also having very little trouble farming under tower. Despite the pushing, he's 7 creeps ahead of Morgana. Not a substantial lead, but it's a lead. And Skarner grabbing red. I think he might go gank top again after he gets red.
I think he'll try for it again, but if he's anywhere near as intelligent as I'm hoping, he'll have noticed that this is starting to get more and more futile trying to get up here to this.
Yeah.
And the rest of his lanes really do need him to start showing up. He really needs to be bottom right now and putting some pressure down there so that Graves can start getting a kill. So Graves can get at least a kill before minute 15 on this Ezreal.
This Ezreal build is looking... It's reminding me of Genja. It's like bully Ezreal. Ezreal's gone for Phage and Vampiric Scepter for sustain. She's going to try to bully Graves out of lane. Although I don't know if it'll work out, seeing as Graves has Doran's Blades and a Taric to heal him and give him tons of armor. So they've started fighting already, and Ezreal just blinks out, while Janna does most of the damage with a Tornado. And their abilities are used up. Ooh, Nocturne ult! He can't reach! Well, he can reach, but he's just choosing not to go in.
Really no point in reaching onto a Taric Graves right underneath her turret.
Well, they weren't that far away, but you're right, though. There's still not that much kill potential, especially from an Ezreal. That is a max in Q. Like, if you look at the damage here...
Ooh, Skarner setting up for a lane gank up top, just sitting in that bush now.
Oh, I see.
Hoping to bait him out from under his turret.
Landscaper Skarner. So I'm actually, I almost want to check out or can you actually task out and check the official team list? I think Gojo Pew Pew might be a sub.
Oh, here we go. I just want to see this fight really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and there he is. He's popping up, dropping his ult, and Skarner with that Dark Shield not carrying, holding him in place, and there's the kill up top.
I saw him use heal as late as possible so his Tides of Blood stacks would heal him for more, but he just didn't do enough damage. See, that's what I got from Everlasting's guide about Vladimir, is that Vladimir's damage is actually pretty low in like a 1v1 or 2v2 setting. It's only late game where he's in team fights that a well-placed Hemoplague can cause a lot of damage and really make or break a team fight. So, good gank by Skarner, though. I wonder if Vlad got ulted, actually, because he seemed pretty far down the lane. Skarner grabbed him.
Oh, he did. He did get ulted and get dragged down. I heard the feel my sting as he got pulled back into Morgana's Dark Binding.
More like feel my thing. I've heard more than one. No, not more than one person, but I've definitely heard someone say, "Does Carter say feel my thing?"
Ooh, interesting. Zyra coming down from mid.
There's a ping from blue team though. They know she's coming. Ezreal acting like he doesn't know, but.
They know.
Okay. Nice arcane shift. Made it to his tower. So Zyra waves, and I guess she's gonna leave. Looks like the most excitement is in top lane right now. Or Vlad just got hit by a Dark Binding, healing off the damage pretty nicely though. He's actually gonna recall. See how much money he has. Oh, he's got 500. It's not even enough to finish Will of the Ancients.
Oh, and right before he goes back, he changes his mind.
Changes his mind. They defied causality and hurt us, saying, Vlad only has 500 gold. Why is he going back?
Rabble.
He might be going back for, he might go back for a Spirit Visage. Might go get that Null Magic Mantle.
I gotta say, though, Zyra's sitting on 2.2k. If anybody should be going back, she should be getting some more of that damage and coming to this mid lane and making it a lot harder for Kennen to even remain here. She is 98 CS to his 49. She is in a very nice place.
That's pretty crushing lead. Pretty crushing difference in elo as well. I'm pretty sure GG Ice is... Oh, never mind. I got a gank and bot. Graves just dashes out before the Fear can go down on him. And
Zyra's running down bottom right now, hoping to get involved in some of this playtime. If she doesn't hit Tribush, she is not going to hit a ward on the way down.
Oh, nope, they knew. And the Nocturne leaving a ward on Dragon, so that they'll know if they even go for it. Alright. I was going to say, though, I believe GG Ice is 1800-ish elo. Meanwhile, this Genosuke guy... Oh,
and there's the camp up top.
I heard the ping too late. They killed him really fast. Well, I don't foresee anything happening for a while, given that Ezreal just recalled, so let me rewind and try and capture this. Uh, so it looked fairly innocent. You know, Vlad at full health, farming away. Skarner walking into the bush for some bush gank action. Skarner with Boots of Swiftness, by the way. I haven't seen that before. I've seen AP Twisted Fates getting that. I got him on AP Soraka once, but that was fairly troll.
Well, sometimes Skarner's just got to get places.
Yeah. Against this team, though, I don't know if it'd make enough of a difference. Kennen being able to dash away at a rather quick speed. Yeah, so Skarner's just been chilling this whole time. Vlad trying to recall. Now we're gonna miss a lot of current stuff.
Oh, and here we go. We got Kennen running out bottom, and picking up the Taric. Ult's going down from both Kennen and Ezreal to pull off this Taric kill here. I don't know if that was absolutely necessary, but they wanted everybody to know that that was their bounty and that they were going to take it.
Sounds about right.
And now blue team is going to take themselves a free dragon, perhaps? Oh, no. It looks like purple's going to come down and contest, perhaps. He's got a 2v4 here. Graves just throwing things out there, and blue team pulls off the dragon right as Zyra ults in, and Graves is now throwing shots on all four of them. We have somebody split off everywhere, but no definite focus. Somebody's just trying to get any kill, and GG Ice pulls down Nocturne at the very end of that entire skirmish. A lot of things happening to not a very exciting end. They're now just going to just dive Janna, who is just hopelessly sitting underneath her turret and getting picked on by the Plant Queen.
Yep, I think she misclicked her shield because she shielded the tower as she was getting dove on. And during all that, Skarner just stole red buff. Killed it completely, so they might have a timer on it too. Hopefully, I'm not saying what time it is, so that one team can guess when that timer is. But anyway, pretty good dive there overall. And if I check chat, who got the dragon? Yeah, blue team got the dragon. Didn't capture the whole dragon fight, but I managed to get back to live after dragon, and Graves chased them away.
It was a really interesting dragon fight because Purple saw them doing it and had Zyra on top and Graves on bottom. Both were trying to get involved, but there were four there on the dragon, and Skarner were still trying to run back. Skarner and John are still trying to run in there, and so it was a little cat and mouse game. But once the whole Purple team was there and it was a 4v4, we saw a pretty definite shift, and Blue team really had to run after taking so much damage from the dragon. Might have been a little greedy to try to get it that early, but I don't know. People have done worse things to other people.
I say congrats to them for pulling off a flank attack on it. Usually having, a pincer attack, it sounds like a good thing on paper, but it never works out usually. Because, the bigger group will just, force their way through one of the smaller sides of the pincer.
Yeah.
So after all that, our Fed Zyra goes back. She got a Rylai's Crystal Scepter with her massive amount of gold. Which is...
You just look at this Skarner up top. Just pretending like he's Prince of the Ball. Just hanging out.
Yep.
Waiting for vision to dissipate. They're just toying. They are toying with Grifal.
They are,
they want him to play.
Real chill in top lane, dude. Like, there's this whole jungle. Like, his red is up. And there's, bot is kind of overextended. Skarner could be doing so many other things. Instead, he's just chilling top. Probably even losing experience. So now with the wave finally over here, he just shows up to chase Vlad away to some degree.
Ooh.
Oh, look over here at Zyra. Oh, she put up the Thorn Spitters, so they slowed Nocturne and did quite a bit of damage, it looks like.
Yeah, dropping him to below half health and just a really quick burst right there. Bottom even getting a little aggressive. Stuns getting laid down on Janna. And Graves really capitalizing on every single opportunity he's given. Looks like top, they're just going to drop this turret. Looks like they're done playing with him. They're going to let him farm up a bit. And Zyra getting caught in blue jungle. Not the place she wanted to be. Will she get a kill before she goes down, or will she have to go for the pick? She misses.
Missed that cannon. I like the Ezreal ult to get the kill, though. It was a real good way to use your Ezreal ult. Either that or, well, I like to use it to shove creeps, but
Everybody does.
everybody does. I never understood that before. I'm like, wow, Ez, you missed horribly, or oh, you're using your ultimate on minions, haha. And then as Saladin, the 2K Ezreal player, says, can't even clear a wave, dude. He gets there and all the minions are low health, and then your creeps kill them for you. Oh, Ezreal took a bit of damage right there, actually, from Tarek and Graves chilling in the bush. Had to flash away.
It's an interesting little like strategy there. They were really hoping he was going to come out and play, but instead they're playing cautious and they backed out, and they just kind of had to try to make a play, and it turned out pretty successful for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, Vladimir going down for blue, and purple knows where he's at. Are they going to be able to capitalize on it is the question. They're not really in any kind
No.
of position to stop him.
They're too far away. Don't have anything global to mess with them either. Whereas,
Ooh.
well, if blue had the purple team's ancient
Here
golem
we go.
warded, then they
Jana's
could ult
just
that.
about to get ready to get... Oh, Jana, I believed in you. I thought you were getting in position for an incredible ult. You're going to push him against the wall and let Nocturne do his dirty business. But now it's looking like this might just turn around at the hand of Tarek and Zyra.
Good juke by Ezreal, but not good enough. Thorn Spaders and minions do a ton of damage to him. As Nocturne got snared by grasping roots. Now it looks like the outer bottom turret is going to go down. Kennen too scared to even finish off these minions. Yeah, GG is going to stay and get the last hit on it. At melee range too. Real disrespect. The best kind though.
the purest of disrespects.
The disrespectiest. So, I don't have Dragon Timer, but let me go check. Okay, not quite yet, but looks like they might be grouping up for it. It's actually going to spawn in about 30 seconds. So, it might be yeah, Skarner's sitting right there. It's just waiting for it to spawn. Skarner also at the triple gold per 10, I just noticed. I actually think Kage is not the way to go because Skarner's AP ratios are pretty low. I would rather get an Avarice Blade because it's cheaper and Ghost Blade has a much more practical application on Skarner. I mean, with the cooldown reduction and armor pen, Skarner has really high base AD. Like, look at this. He has no AD items and he has 100 AD. So having armor pen on a hybrid is not so bad. Just like a nice limited amount. The Ghost Blade active really good on Skarner, who's pretty much melee only and needs to chase things around. So you can run around spamming his Q, spamming autos, stick to people.
Ooh, looks like Nocturne's moving in for an interesting gank onto Morgana, but doesn't realize he's about to get pinched by the one and only Skardad. Everybody's really trying to get in there to help, but the Oracle is going to clear that ward, and everybody's going to back away and go home before anything dumb happens.
Well, not Ezreal and Janna. They want to maybe counter push bot lane, get some revenge for losing their tower. Graves thinking of recalling, but I think he's going to stay here and try to hold this. But speaking of holding, I think Grifal's... Oh, look at this. They're chilling in this bush. They're going to wait for him to come farm and then go jump on him. And then they get bored and say, no, let's just shove bot in completely. Or sorry, top. Top.
Looking at bot lane might have lost their turret, but Ezreal is 3-1 with 151 CS, while Graves is 113 and 157. Like, as far as I can tell...
Graves actually has made more money.
Oh, he's got... And there goes the pull into that big puddle of ult, and we're going to see another Grifal death here. And another tower's going to drop. They are just not letting him play this game today. They're trying to keep him out of late game as much as possible. Blue team pulling down the middle turret, but losing a second top, and maybe even their inhibitor turret here if they keep playing this game.
Zyra has just purchased Void Staff. Oh, wow. Getting Void Staff before Death Cap, that's a new one as far as I can tell. Well, unless you're Xerath, maybe. But, Actually, looking at Blue Team's item roster, Void Staff seems like a good idea because Vlad already has an Abyssal Scepter. Kennen going for one as well for some reason. It's a little inefficient. Oh well.
Well, Kennen is not playing games anymore. He has decided that Graves needs to die and throws his ult down on top of them. Here we go with Tarek being awesome and doing half the damage here, but Zyra picking up on what everybody else is laying down and going for a big time game here. Will she make the
Oh, poor
assistance to the
Jana.
back line? Assistance to the back line from Skarner. Everybody else needs to run away quick.
Wow, that
Mom,
Zyra was so terror there. Just cut off all three people from the blue team. Ezreal, the only one trying to break through and fight their way out of it. But Tarek gave him a nice exhaust to stop that from
this
happening.
interesting mom-dad game that we got. Look at the way she just lays down her little freaking poker there and then grabs him right next to it, forcing that big pile of damage down right on top of their dome pieces. It's this interesting mom-dad combo here where we got Morgana, who's apparently mom, Zyra, who's the mistress, and then, of course, Big Daddy Skarner just always there to seems to just be in the right place at the right time to make them suffer.
I would liken Skarner to Dino myself, but, works for me too.
Oh, and there's the FIFA sting.
Felt it so hard. Zyra ulting just for effect. Just have a nice pretty garden.
Oh, just all that big bursty damage. Also picking up Kennen on top of that.
Actually, yeah, to get Kennen.
Kennen stayed too close to the bubble there.
Ooh, man. So that early game gold advantage from First Blood, well, I don't know if it was Graves who snowballed out of control in the end. Oh, wait. Graves didn't get First Blood. Who got it again? It was, right, it was Zyra. Oh.
Yes, Zyra pulled First Blood on Kennen.
Well, Zyra definitely got out of hand. Now 5-1 and 3. Only death resulting in missing the passive, but oh well. And now look, it's a 7.5k gold lead for purple team. And now they got another inner turret, so way more map control for these guys. I think they're going to set their sights on the inner mid turret next so they can have the entire jungle, blue team's whole jungle just open to them. Just farm all that all day.
Blue team pinging down on Baron, wondering if they're going for bait or if they actually think they can pull a full-on assault on this with the rest of purple team being so far away. It'll be interesting.
They don't have any vision. They don't really know where purple is, so...
It looks like it was just to lay down that ward. It looks like it was just to set down that ward because they know if they lose control of their jungle, Baron is the next step on their death.
Yeah, that's definitely one of many nails and/or screws in the coffin that's being built in Skarner's
the only
backyard.
screws right now are not in the coffin. It is in the butts of blue team, and they're really going to have to pull this one together to pull this out of the pit that they've dug themselves into.
Indeed. Looks like Zyra's having a farm war with Morgana. They were tied at 207 for a moment, and now Morgana's pulling ahead. And even the mighty Vladimir is behind in creeps, even though CSing with Vladimir is pretty easy mode normally. Ooh. Oh, look at these guys getting caught bot lane. Skarner ulting in there. Sorry, not Skarner. Nocturne, but he gets on the Graves and just turns around.
Easy so far away, and the rest of purple team dropping down. It was a really good move for him to back out of that one. Even as bruisery as he is right now, he does not want to get caught in any kind of pincer attack between 4 of purple.
That's true. I'm wondering
Zyra is not letting anything go right now. She's taking a personal grudge match right on top of... Oh, and there's the flash over the wall by Skarner. Skarner says no. Skarner says no.
Clutch heal bait by Vlad, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, Skarner gets taken down by Kennen's ult. Morgana trying to run away after Soul Shackles. Last second hourglass, but Ezreal might get this unless she can flash over the wall. Oh, she doesn't have flash. There you go. Well done, Ezreal. Oh, no, surprise plants. They got to run away now.
That right there was 100% greed, and I gotta say, for a good time, I'll give him that. But it's that kind of stuff that ends up throwing games, honestly. Not worth it for Skarner to do that. Should have just let him get away that one time, lose more CS as your entire team just keeps the push together.
Skarner saying, we got Grifal. It's all good.
There's the greed.
The greediest. Well, it's not that greedy. They're actually getting 2 inhibitor turrets pushed in, even though they're... 4v3 right now. They're about to lose bot inhibitor. Nobody. Nocturne being the only one brave enough to challenge Graves' authority. Gets a fear on him and then disengages.
Can't do much else after that. We still got Tarek sitting there, sitting on his stun, waiting for this to get any more serious than it is. It's like having a playground attendant just waiting for the big kid to throw a rock at the small one.
Mm-hmm. Well, and in this case, it's Tarek throwing a big fabulous gem at the other rock thrower. Or dazzling them. So Dino, hungry for snacks, goes down to Dragon. Starts clicking every button, killing it quick. That's how you do. Oh, look at this. Zyra left behind a Thorn Spitter at Wraiths, and it just killed them automatically. That's pretty funny.
Sometimes Zyra was hungry for snacks as well.
Yes. So, let's see. How long do these things last? It lasts for 10 seconds. Oh, right. Sorry, the Vine Lasher is the melee one. Thorn Spitter are the ranged ones. But, hey, go back to Zyra. Okay, I'm locked on here. If Deadly Bloom hits a seed, a Thorn Spitter grows, dealing 134 plus 59 magic damage. So almost 200 damage per auto attack. And how quickly do they attack? They attack pretty quickly. And just think Tara could heal them if they're getting attacked. I bet you could Blood Boil the plants too. Okay, Skarner trying to Shurelya's in, but he's unit blocked by minions. And they get away. How unfortunate, how unfortunate.
All right, this map is starting to look a little bit like it belongs to Purple Team. It's looking very similar to the last game we just watched play out. Purple Team 9K ahead right now, not as many kills, but has spent all game sitting on top of Vladimir's nut so that he cannot end up snowballing out at the end of this one. Even bot lane, which was Ezreal keeping pace with Graves. Graves seems to have just matched him, and Ezreal going Trinity Force. Ezreal going Trinity Force has been an interesting argument that I've been involved in probably 5 or 6 times. Oh my god, it looks like the Baron Bait's going to work here as Pew Pew. Ooh, dodges.
Narrowly avoids the grasping roots.
And Skarner does not care, has decided that one of them must pay for their sins. That is not the fight that Blue Team wanted to go in on. They're going to pay dearly for this one, and Graves mops up the rest of the house. Is he going to get Grifal, though? No, Grifel's going to...
ghosting out of there. Is Ezreal going to get out? No, he got hit by grasping roots. He's trying to fight back.
Oh!
Almost.
Oh, Vladdy, boy, that is not what you wanted to do. That was an egregious error on your part. Trying to save your friend there, I understand, but your friend was not going to make it.
Well, Blue Team being behind as they are, I would have gone for the big play like that too. Although, Vladimir with so little health can't do that much. Oh, what the... GGI's walked too close to the turret and died.
He thought he was playing Murder Bridge. He thought that's the only way to go back. The way he's been handling himself here. Oh, and here comes Tarek doing his job. That's what I'm talking about. They're sitting on that stun until they're already too dedicated to go anywhere else. Janna having to ult flash her little way out of that little kerfuffle as Kennen walks in to try and push him back. They leave willingly, but they did not leave on anybody's accord but their own.
It was actually
still at full health.
It was actually Janna's ult. She still has flash.
Oh, yeah. I meant she just flashed. She pulsed her ult, I should say, since flash is a summoner spell.
Yeah. Well, Zyra's still dead a little longer, but still not an opportunity for Baron for either team here.
We're now up 11K and counting. 12 even? Yeah. 12K. That little scuffle costs another 2K, and boom, Ezreal ult coming down.
Can't even clear a wave, dude.
Can't even kill a wave. Ping's landing on Baron. Hopefully it's just for wards. But